Everyone should have someone who can represent them in a situation that they need a third party to be that symbol of justice when the justice is not visible.
One of the unique things about Rising for Justice is that we're both a free legal services provider, but with an embedded law school clinic. And so student attorneys work side by side with staff attorneys, providing services to clients. One of the primary purposes of creating a program like this was to fill an unmet need in the high volume courts in the District of Columbia, particularly in the small claims branch and in the landlord-tenant branch.
I was first introduced to Rising for Justice when I was a third-year law student. It was busy, it was a little scary. We were in court one day a week, every week, doing direct intake.
The Housing Advocacy and Litigation Clinic is a clinic that's set up so that tenants and people who are experiencing housing instability or other problems with their landlords can come to Rising for Justice and get representation.
I can distinctly remember my first client because she was a very sweet old woman. She was very motherly to me. And I think it was because she knew I was a student. I was able to go to her home and do my first investigation. I was able to negotiate a great settlement agreement for her.
We play a role in preventing evictions, preserving affordable housing, and combating the displacement and gentrification that is occurring every day in the District of Columbia.
I think that my clinical experience with Rising for Justice had effects on my entire legal career. It meant that I showed up at my law firm job prepared to do things that other first-year associates weren't able to do.
In law school, you spend a lot of time as a student receiving information, and in clinic, it's the first time that you get to take laws that you're learning and actually apply those to real situations.
Youth is so underestimated. And because you are engaging with your clients on a level that may feel uncomfortable, because you may not be used to having this type of communication. So you may be learning some new skills. And with those skills, you are changing people's lives. The fact is, once you lose your home, you lose your hope, you lose your ability to think that you are worth it. And it's just a downward spiral.
For the law students, this is really an opportunity to make a big difference in somebody's life and to be able to preserve that housing for people. And I think that's huge.
To be successful in the clinic, the number one quality that I would say a student should have is tenaciousness and an ability to really connect and empathize with clients and fight for them. The student is going to be the one who's on the front lines, making the arguments on behalf of the client.
The attorneys I worked with were wonderful. I had several supervisors. They were all very responsive at any time that I needed them. They coached me through everything. I think, a part of my development as an attorney today is greatly attributed to them and that experience that I had.
Every time you win a case, every time you help a person, even if you can't win a case, you help them stay true to themselves during the process. So you find yourself being a social worker, being a friend, being a brother, being a sister, you find yourself playing roles other than a lawyer.
I don't get to win all my cases and I don't get to get the outcomes I want every single day. But every single person who doesn't get evicted is a person who doesn't get evicted. And every single person who stays in their home is a really lasting and important victory.
The students have so much energy for the work that many other people don't have. And the law students are just so excited and so ready to help people.
This really is an opportunity to find who they're going to be as an attorney, that we are there as a safety net so they can take risks and really explore the practice.